My name's Jack from the Roofing Professionals Westside. Been roofing since 1999, 2000. And where I am now is that I got too many clients and not enough guys to do the work. It's my birthday today, and in contrast to last weekend, what a beautiful day it is. Sun's out, and let's check my Garmin. What's it say? It's 84 kilometers and 4 hours 26 minutes. It's the time, and it is my birthday today, the 9th of July 2022. I find that life is just like driving a car. You start off, you turn the ignition, and you get into first gear, and you put the power on. Now, then you get into second gear, and second gear is like the teen years, where the intense power has brought on more speed, and there's the quest for more. And then you find that you got third gear. You get into your third gear, and that's your 30s. And 30s is the cusp where you got the balance of power and speed. And then there's fourth gear. You get out of third gear, go into fourth, and fourth gear gives you more speed with less effort. And the 40s represent the productive period. Then you find that you've got another notch you can go up to. You can go up into cruising mode, and that's your fifth gear, and you're in your 50s. And in cruising mode, you find that it's a lot more cruisy, and the load is lighter, but you still maintain your speed. The question is, what happens when you get to your 60s? There's no more gears to go through. So, do you just slow down, come to a halt, or just put the car into neutral? The engine's revving, but you're not going anywhere. You're not taking any load, and you can hit the red line. So that's one option. You disengage from the world, not in gear, you're not carrying any load, and you're retired. What we really want to do is stay engaged. We want to stay in gear. And that's what retirement beyond 60 is all about. Today, I turned 65, the 9th of July 2022, and at 65, here are my thoughts. A road trip needs a car and a driver, and if you maintain your car, it'll carry you where you want to go. And in your 60s, if you've hit the red line too much and you haven't maintained your car, you hit the red line emotionally, physically, and mentally, then none of the gears will work. But if you've done the right thing and the engine is still ticking on, well, neutral, I don't think it's an option. So, what does one do when they're lucky enough to get to 65? And what does it all mean? If 40s is the midlife crisis, then 60 must be the end of life dilemma. Maybe in another 10 years' time, I'll look back at this video and say, and ask myself, what were you thinking then? But today, without the benefit of hindsight, all I can do is record and share my existing thoughts. Now, last May, we're up in the Hunter Valley for Beck's wedding, Beck, my niece, and my daughter Leanne celebrated Mother's Day with an announcement about my 9-year-old grandson, Josh. She said, Josh kept me up all night with a question. He asked me, what is the meaning of life? And in the next month, Josh actually saw the meaning of life. Shirley's mum, who had almost reached 100, died. Now, I'm a great fan of podcasts, and there's this Russian dude called Lex Friedman. That's him over there. Now, Lex has got a question that he asks his guests on virtually every podcast towards the end. And he says, tell me, what is the meaning of life? And I think either on his podcast or on another one, I actually heard someone say that the meaning of life is that it actually comes to an end. And this is the best description of the meaning of life that I've actually come across. Life, by its definition, has a beginning and an end. And because the beginning is in the past, all we can look forward to is the end. And this is profound, because if the meaning of life is that there is an end, then it is lived like there is going to be an end, and which is totally different to a life that's lived like that life is not supposed to end. One is about living every day prepared to die, and while the other one is living it like there's always going to be a tomorrow, and tomorrow is never guaranteed to anybody. I've been roofing for quite a few years now, and I still have some old clients contact me, and they ask the question, are you retired? Do you still do roofing work? And the expectation is that I've retired from the game. And I've thought about it, but you now know that neutral is not an option for me. And just ticking along in fifth gear is really not my preferred option. And neutral is not an option. So I'm never going to retire. And so that's why I'm dropping back into the roofing game. I'm going back into third gear, and I'm actually starting a new business with some colleagues. And the reason is we've got to adapt to the market. Technology is changing, everything's changing. So that's why back into business, into third gear, and into a new business.